This nurse went to other staffs who were around when the patient got unstable and asked them if they saw any person, like a man. She gave this description, but all of them said no. They didn't see anybody. They just all they knew was that a patient got unstable and they couldn't save this patient. Hello everyone, my name is Harry John. If you're a lover of Scoopy stories and true events, they're in the right place. Click the like button, subscribe, click the notification button for more videos. Okay, let's get into this story. Alright, in the year 1999, a nurse who was in charge of a 12-bedded ITU hospital in London as at that time. Now, in this particular station, in the daytime, people who you see around, you see a lot of people around, walking around, people who are busy. But when it's coming towards the evening time, people who you see around are just few. Now, on this particular day, this nurse was at the station at her table, sitting just by her table, when she looked up and saw a man open the two-door entrance and he walked in. She looked at him and there was something just off about him. His dressing. He was dressing as if he was just picked out of the 70s, 1970s. It was just as if he was picked out from the 1970s and was just dropped directly into 1999 because his dressing was just off. He was wearing a brown core flare and he was wearing a platform shoe which was worn in the 70s, and he was wearing an orange and yellow brown check shirt, and then he was wearing this pattern top on top of this check shirt. Now, he wasn't looking as if he was a relative of any patient, and she was actually confused of who this was and what he was doing at the station at that moment. He walked calmly as if he does this often. He just walked calmly, walking through the bars of patients who are just around. Now, this nurse noticed he wasn't a relative at all. Now, she called on him and said, "Hello, can I help you?" Turned and looked at her directly and did nothing but just to give her a nod, as if he was just saying hello. And when he did this, he continued walking. All she did was she just kept looking at this man. He kept walking and stopped at the end of the patient's bed and just turned and kept looking at this patient. Now, this patient, who was unwell but stable at the moment, just got unstable and started shaking up. Now, staffs who were just around, they just saw what happened and they ran towards this patient. Now, when they were running towards this patient, none of them noticed this man who was just standing right at the end of this patient's bed. None of them noticed. They were just walking past him and went to the patient to try to get him stable again. Now, this man who was just looking at this patient just turned his back and walked the same way he came into the hospital. He just walked the same way out. Now, the nurse who was just looking at him, she just got herself back and ran towards the patient to help this patient and know what they could do about this patient. But unfortunately, despite their efforts to help this particular patient, this patient died. Now, after this whole thing happened, this nurse went to other staffs who were around when the patient got unstable and asked them if they saw any person, like a man. She gave this description, but all of them said no. They didn't see anybody. All they knew was that a patient got unstable and they couldn't save this patient. Now, she said this has been like up to 17 years ago since this happened, but it's still clear in her mind.
I hope you enjoyed this story. Please like, subscribe, click the notification button and also comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this story. Thank you.